The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hi students, welcome back to science class. How are you all? Hope all are fine and safe at home. And this is a festive season. Don't forget to use mask and sanitizer. It will protect you from corona. I told you many times that your response gives me the strength to move forward. Nowadays, the number of responses is very less. I know that it is not possible to respond through this virtual platform. But I am expecting in other ways. There are certain other ways to communicate with me, isn't it? So we can utilize that ways to communicate with your science teacher and you can clarify your doubts. Anticipating your responses, I am going to start today's class. Okay. In the last class, we have conducted an experiment to find out the objects that are capable of reflecting light well. Do you remember that experiment? Can you recall what we have done in that experiment? Just try to recollect the observations of that experiment. We have conducted experiments with many objects, isn't it? Among that object, which are capable of reflecting light well? Yes, which are they? Yes, steel plate and a smooth shining float tail. Which are the objects that reflect the light well? Yes, steel plate and a float tail, isn't it? Float tail. Again, can you say which are the objects that are not capable of reflecting light well? Yes, which are they? Yes, a roof tile is not capable of reflecting light well. Roof tile and one more thing is there, no? Which is that? Yes, cardboard. Okay, cardboard is not capable of reflecting light well. Here, I have written a number of objects, and in this number of objects, 2 are capable of reflecting light and the other 2 are not capable of reflecting light. Now, can you say the common feature of these 2 objects? Yes, these 2 objects have smooth reflecting surface. These 2 objects have a rough reflecting surface, isn't it? Here, the reflecting surface is smooth in the case of these 2 objects, and here the reflecting surface is rough in the case of these 2 objects. Understood? ഈ രണ്ട് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റും വളരെ നന്നായിട്ട് ലൈറ്റിനെ റിഫ്ലക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടതാണ് അല്ലേ? വാട്ട് മേ ബി ദ റീസൺ? ഇറ്റ് മേ ബി ഡ്യൂ ടു ദ സ്മൂത്ത് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റിംഗ് സർഫസ് പ്രസന്റ് ഇൻ ഇറ്റ്, isn't it? ആൻഡ് ഇത് രണ്ടുമാണെങ്കിലോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് കേപ്പബിൾ ഓഫ് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റിംഗ് ലൈറ്റ് വെൽ അല്ലേ? What may be the reason? എന്തായിരിക്കാം കാരണം? It may be due to the rough reflecting surface അല്ലേ? Reflecting surface rough ആയതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കും. അതായത് ഇവിടെ നടക്കുന്ന രണ്ട് തരത്തിലുള്ള റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആണ്. In the first case, the light is falling on a smooth surface. Thus, when light falls on smooth reflecting surfaces, the light rays can be directed. That means that the reflected rays can be directed towards a single direction. All the reflected ray will move towards a single direction, isn't it? And we can call this kind of reflection as regular reflection. Okay, we can call this kind of reflection as regular reflection. So now reflection which will happen in a rough reflecting surface is known as diffuse reflection. Okay, here we can call this reflection as diffuse reflection. Okay, can you see this? Here the reflection is happening in a rough reflecting surface, so we can call the reflection as diffuse reflection. If the reflection is happening in a smooth reflecting surface, we can call that reflection as regular reflection. Now let's study the peculiarities of regular reflection and diffuse reflection. First of all, we can study the properties of regular reflection. Okay, this is a smooth reflecting surface. If a light is falling in a smooth reflecting surface, what will happen? It will reflect back, isn't it? Whenever light falls on a surface, the surface, if it is a reflecting surface, it will reflect the light back, isn't it? This is the normal thing that is happening. So here, when the light falls on a smooth reflecting surface, the reflecting surface will reflect the light towards a particular direction. This will happen in the case of a single ray. Okay, here a single ray is falling into the surface, and after that it is reflecting back to outside, isn't it? Similarly, again we just think that one more ray is falling in the smooth reflecting surface. Isn't it? What will happen to that ray? Yes, it will also reflect back to the outside, isn't it? Similarly, again one more ray is falling into the smooth reflecting surface. So the reflecting surface will reflect the ray back. Now you can see the reflection here, isn't it? Here a group of rays are falling into the reflecting surface, and the reflecting surface is reflecting it back to outside. Can you see this figure? What peculiarity you can observe in this figure? Yes, here all the reflected rays are moving in the same direction, isn't it? എല്ലാ reflected rayയും പോയിരിക്കുന്നത് ഒരേ directionലേക്കാണ്, അല്ലേ? That is a peculiarity of regular reflection. That means in the case of regular reflection, all the reflected rays will move to a single direction, so that it is easy to focus the light into a particular point. ഇത് ഒരേ പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് തന്നെ മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരേ ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക് തന്നെ മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ആ ലൈറ്റിനെ മുഴുവനും അങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ അവിടെ മിറർ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്മൂത്ത് ഫ്ലോർ ടെയിൽ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴും എന്ത് കിട്ടിയത്? വളരെ നന്നായിട്ട് റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ വന്നത്. റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ വിച്ച് ഇസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഇൻ എ സ്മൂത്ത് സർഫേസ് ഈസ് ഇൻ ദിസ് മാനർ. ഓക്കെ, എന്തുകൊണ്ട് അവിടെ നമുക്ക് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി? കാരണം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇവിടെ നടക്കുന്ന റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് റെഗുലർ റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആണ്. ഒരു സ്മൂത്ത് സർഫസിൽ എപ്പോഴും നടക്കുന്നത് റെഗുലർ റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ആ ലൈറ്റിനെ എവിടെ നമുക്ക് ക്യാപ്ചർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും, ഒരു പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഏരിയയിലേക്ക് നമുക്ക് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് വൺ ഓഫ് ദ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ഫീച്ചർ ഓഫ് റെഗുലർ റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ. ഓക്കെ, and this kind of reflection we can see in ഏതിലാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റുക? യെസ്, എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് സ്റ്റീൽ പ്ലേറ്റ്, ഓക്കെ, സ്റ്റീൽ പ്ലേറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ഫ്ലോർ ടൈൽ, അല്ലേ? ഫ്ലോർ ടൈലാണ് നമുക്കിത് കാണാൻ പറ്റുക. Again, can we go to the diffuse reflection? നമുക്ക് diffuse reflectionലേക്ക് പോവാം. Diffuse reflection ഏതിലാണ് നടക്കുക? Diffuse reflection can be seen in cardboard. Example, we can see this kind of reflection in cardboard and yes, roof tile, roof tile. Now, so what is the peculiarity of the diffuse reflection? Diffuse reflection is possible in objects that have a rough reflecting surface. So what is the peculiarity of this surface? The surface will always be rough. Surface എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? എപ്പോഴും rough ആയിരിക്കും, അല്ലേ? And I am going to draw a single ray. Here a single ray is falling into the rough surface. What will happen? Normally, what will happen? It will reflect back to outside, isn't it? It will reflect back to outside like this. Okay. Again, one more ray I will draw. Okay. And here the ray is falling on the surface. Second ray is falling on the rough reflecting surface. What will happen? It will reflect in this manner. Okay. Okay, here I'll draw one more ray. Okay, here what will happen? The reflected ray will move in this direction. Can you see this? Here I draw 3 rays and the reflected ray from the 3 rays also mentioned. What is the peculiarities of the reflected ray? Can you see the peculiarities of the reflected ray? Which are the reflected ray? This one, 1, 2, 3. These 3 are the reflected rays from the incident ray. Okay, can you say what peculiarity you can observe in diffuse reflection? Yes, in diffuse reflection, the reflected ray will move towards different direction. We can't focus, and we can't direct the reflected ray towards a single direction. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ കാണുന്ന പോലെ ഒരേ ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക് കാണും അതിന്റെ മൂവ്മെന്റ്? നോ, that is moving to different direction, isn't it? The reflected ray is moving to different direction. So is it possible to focus all the ray towards a single direction? No. That means the light which is falling on the rough reflecting surface will scatter to different direction. It will not focus towards a single direction. ഒറ്റ ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക് നമുക്ക് റിഫ്ലക്ട് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് പറ്റില്ല, അത് പല ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക് റിഫ്ലക്ട് ചെയ്ത് മാറിപ്പോകും. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് ലൈറ്റ് ഏതിലേക്ക് കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ, റഫ് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റിംഗ് സർഫസിലേക്ക് കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ ലൈറ്റ് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ലൈറ്റിനെ ഒരു പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്തത്, അതായത് ഒരു പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് റിഫ്ലക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്തത്. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്? So what is the peculiarity of the diffuse reflection? In diffuse reflection, the light rays can't be focused towards a single direction, so that we will not get a clear reflection of the object. When light ray fall on a rough reflecting surface, the reflecting surface will reflect the light rays back, and the direction of these rays will be different, so that it is not possible to focus the light falling on the rough surface towards a particular point, and it is not possible to get the original reflection of that object. Understood? Do you have any doubt, children? I hope you have understood the regular reflection and the diffuse reflection. What is the main difference between regular reflection and diffuse reflection? In the case of regular reflection, it will always happen in a smooth surface, isn't it? But in the case of diffuse reflection, it will always take place in a rough surface. And the second peculiarity, in the case of regular reflection, all the reflected ray will move towards single direction. But here, in the case of diffuse reflection, the reflected ray will move towards different direction. And here, in the case of regular reflection, the light which is falling on the substance can be focused towards a wall or anything like that. Okay. But here, in the case of diffuse reflection, the light falling on a rough surface cannot be focused towards a particular point. Understood, children? Do you have any doubt? Okay. I hope you might have understood this topic very well. Now, can I ask a question? Is it possible to see object during night time? No. Isn't it? Why can't we see object during night time? Can we see anything around us during night time? No. Why can't we see that? Because of the absence of light, isn't it? Yes, because of the absence of light. That means without light it is not possible to see any object that can be seen, that is there in front of us, isn't it? അതായത് ലൈറ്റിന്റെ എന്തോ ഒരു പ്രോപ്പർട്ടിയാണ് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കാഴ്ച സാധ്യമാക്കുന്നതെന്നല്ലേ അതിനർത്ഥം. എന്ത് പെക്യൂലിയാരിറ്റി ആണെന്ന് അറിയാമോ? It is mainly due to reflection. The reflection capacity of the sunlight is responsible for the vision. Okay. That means we can see objects clearly in the presence of sunlight due to the reflection of sunlight. I mean due to the reflection of light. In short, we can say that we can see object due to the reflection of light. Light in the reflection കാരണമാണ് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറ്റും സാധ്യമാവുന്നത്, കാഴ്ച സാധ്യമാവുന്നത്. If we want to see the object, the light should reflect back to us. Isn't it? That is a thing that we have to understand. So, how does it possible? How do we see objects? Now, we are going to study the mechanism behind vision. Okay. When light rays from a light source falls on an object, the object will reflect the light ray back to our eyes. When the reflected ray will reach to our eyes, at that time we can see the object. For example, if you are reading book, at that time, if you want to see the letters, the light from the light source should fall on the letters, and after that it should reflect it back to your eyes. When the reflected ray reflect back to your eyes, at that time only you can see that letters clearly. Similarly, this is a chalk piece. If I want to see this chalk piece, the light rays have to fall on this chalk piece. After that, it have to come back to my eyes. Isn't it? After falling on this chalk piece, it should reflect back to my eyes. When it reflect back to my eyes, at that time only I can see this chalk piece. Okay. If I want to see this pen, the light rays from the light source have to fall on this. After that, the rays should reflect back to my eyes. If it is reflecting back to my eyes, then only I can see this pen clearly. So this is the mechanism behind vision. Actually, here vision is possible mainly due to the reflection of light. If light source is not there, it is not possible to see this object. I hope you might have understood the class well. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Stay safe. Wish you a happy and prosperous